and the values it stands for. I'm Steve Womack, and I approve this message because our flag is more than just a symbol. It represents the soul of America.
Paid for by Womack for Congress.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, sunshine. Our high this afternoon will be in the middle to upper 80s. We stay nice and clear tonight. Overnight low in the low 50s north, upper 50s south. Lots of sunshine Thursday. High temperatures on Thursday in the low to mid 80s. And Friday back to sunshine. Highs in the low 80s north, upper 80s south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by In Good Spirits, Fort Smith's premier source for fine wines, specialty beers, and liquor.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Clogs? Nobody wants a clog. West Ark Plumbing knows that clogs are a serious issue. They can signal that bigger problems are on the way. So contact West Ark Plumbing while the problem is small. Slow shower and sink drains, gurgling toilets, and outside cleanouts making a mess? Call 479-646-5151 today. West Ark Plumbing and expert drain cleaning since 1993. They keep you flowing. If you have slow drains or high water bills, call West Ark Plumbing and expert drain cleaning service. 646-5151.
You're listening to The Morning Rush, live from the Busch Light Studios on ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris, Fort Smith.
This hour of The Morning Rush is driven by Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith and online at rathauto.com. You're rolling with Rath on The Morning Rush.
All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath.
And so whenever we play an away game, we always practice with noise during practice. And obviously this week we are practicing with a crowd noise that involves cowbells. Obviously it's something that we need to prepare for. We'll be ready for it as a line. And especially me, I think we'll be ready and not have any problems and issues with it, with our preparation through the week.
Hey, this is Darren McFadden. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Live on your favorite radio station, hitthatline.com and the Hit That Line Now app.
Don't say it's a fine morning or I'll shoot you.
This is The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson.
I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
And Tommy Kraft.
They're gonna go nuts when he hits this thing.
Light the candle.
Produced by Christian Johnston.
How about them Cowboys?
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Let's stand up and call those Hawks.
Yeah, I got to start with my beef this morning, and maybe I'm piling on too much, and maybe it's not that big of the deal. But an SEC bylaw, 30.22, 1.5e, artificial noisemakers shall not be brought or used in any sports venue during games between member institutions. Each institution must have statements printed on tickets and notices to effect that such noisemakers will not be permitted inside its competition areas. I think the cowbells have been going on for Mississippi State since 1974. Grandfather in. Let's just end this thing, please. This is annoying. I mean, I really, for the players to have to endure this the entire game.
That's just one.
Yeah, that's one play for.
No, that's just one cowbell.
That's a great point.
Multiply that by 50,000.
Yes,
whatever.
The entire game. I went 2 years ago when Arkansas got curb stomped by Mississippi State. The Cowboys were up and down. I will say this. State fans are the nicest that I've met in the SEC. Starkville's underrated. I had a fantastic time there. I'm not being sarcastic. Really enjoyed the weekend in Starkville, Mississippi. But that alone ticks me off. And it's a What's Your Beef Wednesday. Perfect time to bring it up.
And it's brought to you by Richards Country Meat Market. I rolled right in front of Richards, and my car almost just wanted to pull in. I was up at Golf USA where we're going to be tomorrow. I'll tell you about that later. Richards is just kind of through the parking lot as you cut over to the light there, and you can just smell the goodness at Richards. Hey, if you're getting ready for the weekend, you're going to have a home gate to watch the game. Why not get some gourmet burgers, some house-made sausages, some of their loaded bratwurst? Man, those are great and go wonderful on the grill. I was talking to someone that had went to Richards last week and was loading up on shrimp, potatoes, corn, got some of those sausages I was just talking about. They're going to do a shrimp boil for this week. So they've got all of those things that you need, plus the crab boil mix. And that's the thing. You walk into Richardson's, you go through the kind of the aisle there. I don't call it a maze, but you go through the stuff there that, you know, you can't help but pick up something that's going to make your food even better. So hand-cut steaks, great pork cuts as well. It's an old-fashioned meat market that's got everything you want at Richards Country Meat Market, just off College on East Rolling Hills Drive in Fayetteville.
So before we jump into our opening drive and unpack some of the other things we'll discuss this morning, Richard Davenport coming up at 10. Is that a misfounded beef? You two, Big C, Tommy, everyone else in our audience at 877-377-6963.
Sounds like you're whining a little bit.
Even on a What's Your Beef way, it's
sounds
not a
like
right.
you're
It's not a right.
sounds like you're whining.
Okay, that's your
a little
take.
bit.
That's your take, Big C. Am I
Well, I
whining?
mean, it's kind of like with the Vandy Whistler, except multiplied by what, 1,000, and
Who's worse?
50,000.
Who's worse, Vandy Whistler or Cowbells? I would take the Cowbells over the Vandy Whistler. I think
Vandy Whistler.
There's no one that Phil Helson, I don't think, hates anyone except the Vandy Whistler. It cracks me up. Like when I remember when we first started doing halftime together, and I could see how much that guy irritated and irked him. And I'd never seen that before. I'd seen that from him in 6.5 years since we've been friends.
He doesn't like the Cowbells either.
Yeah, I know he's not a huge fan of the Cowbells, but the Vandy Whistler, I'm speaking for Phil, but I think I'm right in this case. That guy ticks him off. He ticks me off as well. Either way, that's where we start this morning here on a What's Your Beef Wednesday.
I don't think anybody like the sound of those Cowbells.
No.
In my mind, we're not playing very good football right now at all.
Bama fans, RELAX. Relax.
And Urine wants the end zone. Mario Faber, touchdown.
The way he's running the offense, and all, they've done a really good job with him. Of course, he's done a good job too, but he's a real good player and very accurate in his throws, and we're going to have to get in front of him. We're going to have to move him at times, but I'm sure they're very pleased with him because he's been awesome for them.
This is the opening drive presented by First Financial Mortgage in Fort Smith.
So I played that Jerry Jones clip because I know Christian Johnson would have a beef about Jerry at some point this morning. I know that's easy to tie in. I also have a beef. The tail end of that opening drive was Dan Campbell of the Detroit Lions. I have a beef that he's my favorite coach in the National Football League, even though he's an Aggie. And I like Matt LaFleur, the Green Bay Packers head coach, but I hate that I love the former Aggie in this case.
So can I have a beef with people that have beef with Jerry Jones? People that want to say Jerry Jones is an idiot and he's stupid and doesn't know what he's doing when the guy is a multi-billionaire.
He knows what he's doing to make money.
Clearly, he knows something. He clearly has figured out life better than most.
Let's hold on. We got two. This is perfect because we have two sides of the spectrum here. You're the business side. Big C's the fan side.
Right.
So y'all yell at each other.
But I mean, no need to yell at. But I just don't understand. And I understand the frustration because you feel like he's really screwed up your team, and that if he'd made a few different decisions, maybe he'd be in the Super Bowl. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think that's how a lot of is that a fair, broad assumption with the fan base, Big C?
I just think I think as a whole, we don't care about the money. We're tired of the bad decisions in the off season. It seems like we don't know.
Does he ever get credit for a good decision? Does he ever get
there
credit?
There haven't been many.
The defense has been pretty good until late. The defense wasn't good last year?
No, well, you quantified that.
He gets no credit for anything that does go right.
Well, here's I think if we're
and we're in an NFL world where it's all about the quarterback. And it's that's only part of the equation.
It's the here and now. So the here and now is Derek.
It's been 30 years.
Well, no. Well, but I'm letting Christian vent like with the Derrick Henry situation.
In my mind, we're not playing very good football right now at all.
Thank you.
And it's beyond whether or not we have Derrick Henry or not.
But that's
it's beyond that for sure.
But and that's true. But when Dallas Cowboy fans took in the Baltimore Ravens and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Monday night, or they've taken in any game this season, and they're watching Derrick Henry maybe on his way to a career year, and Derrick Henry in the offseason was like, and I'm paraphrasing, something about like, I was interested in Dallas. And then Cowboys fans are just like, what? You said in the offseason, we're going all in. Talking about Jerry Jones. You didn't go all in. The running back room is atrocious. It's the worst in the National Football League. And I'm getting heated for my Cowboy fans, friends.
Yeah.
For my Cowboy friends.
But who owns the Cowboys?
Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
So, listen, who owns your house now?
What's the big...
Where you live. Who owns that house?
I don't. I have to pay it off.
Well, you and the
right?
bank own the
Yeah,
house. But it's
I'm
your
paying
house.
for the bank.
If you want to paint your house orange...
Freddie Mac now, I think.
You can get crucified.
If you want to paint your house orange and green, I may not like it as your neighbor, but whose house is it?
So we shouldn't care.
I'm not saying you shouldn't care. I just get a little, and I'm being extreme, but I get a little miffed at people who want to say Jerry Jones is some kind of buffoon when the guy's got the most valuable sports franchise in the world.
Okay.
He's not an idiot. Now, has he made poor personnel decisions with his football team? Absolutely. But to blanket statement that this guy's a moron makes you look like a moron to say something like that. And it is his team. He has the right to screw it up as bad as he wants.
You're right.
I'm not saying he's made good decisions. I'm just saying it's well within his right as the owner.
I know.
But
and when people start going a step further saying this guy's an idiot, well, he's clearly done something.
I don't think I've ever called him a moron on the show because it would be moronic for me to do so. But I will say this: I think
you know a lot about moronism.
Yes,
so.
and there's plenty of things. Is that a word? I hope it's a word. But there's plenty of.
Figured that would land with you.
Yeah, there's plenty of Cowboy fans that I think are well within right to be openly critical.
That's
of
what
the
makes
team.
sports great, right? That's why it's called fans, for fanatics. And we have no control over it. That's the thing. You can't fire him. He's the owner.
And I know he built everything he's owned, and he risked it all when he bought the Cowboys all. But if the guy wins as much as he says he wants to, then he has to stop doing these interviews.
He's already won. That's the deal.
Well,
he's not changing.
And
nothing about him.
And you're exactly
he doesn't
right.
have to.
You're exactly right. But then by that, what's happening on the field is not.
This is not a democracy. You know.
No, you're right. But I'm saying it's not going to change on the field.
Well, all I'm saying is we're wasting a lot of emotion. If I was a Cowboys fan, and I used to be,
I don't care anymore.
I don't say I would move on because it is your team, and all they got to do is win 2 in a row, and you're back on the bandwagon. That's the unfortunate part about sports. They have us emotionally hooked in the gills, but it's not going to change. And you need to come to that realization. It's his team, it's his kingdom, and it's good to be king. And you may not like the taxes and the low wages, but he's the king.
It's bad because he can't be fired. That's the worst part about it.
But that's the beauty of ownership. The beauty of ownership.
I could sense. I can't see Christian because this computer screen's in front of me, but I could tell how frustrated he is.
Oh,
my whole life it's been down.
I bring all this up to get you in the mindset. Aren't you glad college sports? Well, we may be moving that direction.
You can fire.
At least if the course or the direction isn't right, people can change out personnel to try to make a course correction.
Mm-hmm.
You know, imagine if you were stuck with it for a lifetime. And it seems like we have in football to a great degree, without a few periods.
Like Iowa fans with Kurt Ferentz.
Well, I mean, but he's won enough.
Who else has lasted as long? I know he's the longest tenured coach.
I mean, even Vandy's changed coaches.
Mm-hmm. And evidently for the better. Big game this weekend.
All
Texas
right.
Longhorns coming to town.
Anyway,
hey,
I do get a little bit miffed at people that, he owns the team. He has the right to screw it up as much as you have the right to paint your house an ugly purple.
I think
I don't agree with it, but you have the right to do it.
I adhere to what my parents would suggest. I have listened to everything. I'm 29 years old. I'm still going to take their advice on pretty much everything when it comes to my house, just because I don't know what I'm doing for the most part. Yeah. Steven says you should become a Detroit Lions, a.k.a. the Detroit Razorbacks fan.
Yeah. I feel like just the fact that Jerry's so out in the media and public makes it even more amplified.
Oh, it is, 100%.
Because he wants to be. He is a star.
Patriots fans are
and he wants to continue to be a star.
But think about it real quick, and we'll get off this, and we'll come back to what's happening in Fayetteville this weekend. Two things, or not just two things. You got Bud Walton game Friday night. Hogs, of course, not in Fayetteville this week, and they'll travel to Starkville. But last thing on this. Robert Kraft. What are you yelling at? If you're a Patriots fan, at him right now?
And he wins too.
No,
Well, he
even
has
though
won.
even though the team stinks,
He's won
no,
enough
but
to
he's.
last.
Let me ask you this: is Bob Kraft in the Is he in the Pro Football Hall
I think
of
he's
Fame?
mad he's not. I think
Is he
that's
in the
it.
Pro Football Hall of
should
Fame?
be.
Well, I think he's
Is
mad.
he?
I think
Should
that-
he be?
I need
How
to
many
look.
Super Bowls has that franchise won? In
1,000?
Is it 5? He's won 5, right?
Well,
I think that's right.
Brady had 6, but 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
I don't know.
That's
I don't know
valid.
that he should be.
Valid.
I don't know that he should be.
You can say what you want about Jerry talking and having his own show. You know why he has his own TV show and his own radio show? Because people want to know what he has to say. Because he's interesting. And at the end of the day, interesting sells. Is Bob Kraft interesting? Not really. Do you want to listen to him every week for 30 minutes?
I don't.
No.
I just want my team.
But I'll listen to Jerry Jones because he's interesting
That's
when
fair.
he speaks.
You used the term buffoon earlier. Say that again. I had
Buffoon?
heard buffoon. Tell you who's not a buffoon.
He's not.
Ethan Adamson too. Ethan, Jerry, same level of intellect. Some say. First Financial Mortgage, over 90 years in the mortgage lending experience. Ethan's been there over 10 years. Him, Emily, their entire team can help you out. This could be your first home like it was for me a few short months ago, refinancing, whatever the case may be. It's not just me that gives him credit for what he was able to do. I was actually recommended by a friend, 4.9 out of 5 on Google reviews. Give them a call, 479-782-9300 or online at ffb1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you. Equal housing lender.
I've got a scheduling mistake. And this is probably a mistake that was good. So I've got a lunch appointment with a client today at Art's Barbecue. Last night, Laura wants Art's for dinner. She likes their loaded barbecue baked potato. So, of course, if that's what she wants, that's what it is. So I went and picked up Art's last night. Got to go there for lunch today.
Big C, like Jerry, she rules the roost.
Yeah.
What she says goes.
Yeah, well, we've been married for 20 some odd years. She's 21. Will be. But
is she wrong as much as Jerry is?
I'm gonna spit my water out.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't answer that.
Had the chef salad last night, which was delicious. But you got to do something different today, right? I mean, I need to eat another salad. Fits my diet, and that's the good thing. But I'm gonna double dip on Art's from last night tonight. So you go ribs today? Do you go brisket? Do you go pulled pork? What do you do today?
I always
kicking chicken.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Chicken.
That's
kicking
what I would
chicken
go.
salad. I'll split the difference. Kicking chicken salad today. But here's the point: Art's Barbecue, Rogers Avenue's got everything you want. Game days, they'll have it back this week. That smoked brisket queso, man, it is good stuff. You can get that on Saturday and watch the game there as well. But I was just getting home. It was like 7 o'clock. It'd been a long day at work. So she said, I want Art's. All right. So I drove over there. I just sat at the bar while they made the order and had a cold beer. It was just a good, I could feel it down in my toes. It felt so good just to sit down and have a cold Mick Ultra last night. Art's Barbecue, Rogers Avenue, next to Buddy's in Fort Smith.
So who do you think is angrier right now? Dallas Cowboy fans or Alabama football fans on a What's Your Beef Wednesday? Peter Burns, who's appeared on our radio station before. He does radio in the morning for the SEC Network, also on the SEC Network, trying to calm fans down.
I see what's happening right now with Alabama fans almost turning on Kalen DeBoer. Do they not remember how Nick Saban started in year one? Do they not remember how Nick Saban was even in year two, having the 3 losses, okay? What has doomed the other university in that state here in the SEC, Auburn, is that for a fan base, they were not happy, and all of a sudden, everything, it affected their recruiting, it affected the transfer portal, whatnot. Kalen DeBoer had to deal with replacing the greatest coach in the history of all time. A bunch of coaches left. They brought a bunch of coaches in. A bunch of players left. They brought a bunch of players in. Relax. Don't go full Auburn because it took them about a decade to get kind of right, and I don't think they're still right now. Relax a little bit, okay? Kalen DeBoer will be fine. I don't need you going just wild right now with what you've seen.
Missouri coming into Tuscaloosa this weekend.
Listen, good stability wins the day. Great stability wins champion. Why was Saban so successful? Well, stability within the program. Even though they changed, how many coordinators did he have both sides of the ball over his 18 years?
For a while, it was smart defensively where they butter their bread. It was smart, but a lot of
that was his defense. But point being, he was the stable force. You can't keep changing. Now, if it isn't the right guy, it isn't the right guy. Kalen DeBoer has won everywhere he's been. The guy is a winner, but this Alabama's big enough to consume him and eat him alive. And Peter's right. They got to relax a little bit. Now, trying to create stability in today's college athletics in any sport is damn near impossible. Why do you think Saban retired? Why did Coach K get out? Why did Roy Williams go? Did he just get tired of making $8-10 million a year? No. They got to a point, they built a system. The assistants do a lot of the heavy lifting. They got to steer the ship.
Yeah.
Just be the captain. They walk away from that because it's a pain in the butt now to deal with the NIL, transfer portal, which is all built in to create what? Instability. So it's hard to be stable as a program and an organization in a world that is now founded, Ty, on instability.
Yeah, and on that subject...
You don't like it here? Go somewhere else.
On that subject, isn't it nice, though, to not know what's going to happen in the Southeastern Conference or the college football playoff?
Unless you're inside those four walls somewhere.
But as a fan, and I know we care about the Arkansas Razorbacks here. I know that, and I want to beat the Bulldogs just like you two this weekend. But isn't it nice to take a step back and say, I have no idea who's going to win the national championship this year?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's awesome.
Parity. This has created some parity.
And I know, like, in the NFL the last 2 years, it's been Kansas City. They've won it, but I don't think a lot of people expected Kansas City to win it last year based on the way they're playing. I like when we look at a college football season for the first time in a while and say, I got no idea what's going to happen. That is appealing to me as a fan.
We love dynasties when it's us.
Yeah.
No one likes a dynasty when it's our rival or a conference member that you can't get around. I think the day of dynasties, Georgia may be the last one we see for a while. Because if you're a backup, why was Alabama so successful for all those years? Why has Georgia become?
Because they could stockpile talent.
They could stockpile 5 stars behind 5 stars, and if someone went down, got injured, they had another one there, but they were grooming starters for the next wave of talent. Man, if you're not a starter today, you're leaving. You're gone.
Yep.
And Arkansas's been the benefactor of that in several cases already.
No question.
This is good for Arkansas, other than you got to go raise the money. But I think we're going to be in a cycle where, dynasties will be over. Now, it may be the same. It may be 15 or 18 teams that share those same 12 spots more frequently, and there's only really 2 or 3 new spots open at the table. But I think the day of Georgia winning 3 out of 4, 2 out of 3, Alabama winning,
I'm glad it's
the
over.
number they have. I think those days are over. I'm not saying their football team's going to stink, but I'm just saying I don't know that you're going to have teams going the runs that Bama and Georgia have been on.
Let me put it to you this way, Big C. About 6 years ago, Tommy went in the transfer portal and plucked up a blonde stallion from Nashville. And about 2 years ago, he went into Stuttgart, Arkansas, and plucked up a black-haired stallion as well. And the radio station in our company is better off for it. Thank God.
And people, just like they criticize Jerry Jones, say, what is he doing? What is he doing? He doesn't even have $1 billion, and he's not making good personnel decisions down there. What is this guy doing? So, all right, we got more to come here as we get ready for Saturday. And the Razorbacks taking on Starkville. We'll be doing our Fitzman Friday picks in a couple of days at the start of the 9 o'clock hour. If you need anything involving a fence, gates, powered automatic gates, got some sagging gates where the hinges just aren't holding the gate up. They do fence repair as well. Industrial projects, big government projects, those type of things. No problem for the Fence Man. 782-3936, the Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Hog update coming up. Heard from some players last night and more from your head football coach next.
It's time to go. Tommy and Ty, they steal the show. ESPN, it's all feel the flow. Morning Rush, Morning Glow.
Arkansas's home for the best sports talk.
I just like to constantly moisturize my meat.
This is the Morning Rush.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Hey, Hog fans.
Yes, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's not Christmas yet.
No, Mom, he's referring to football season.
Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets?
Sideline passes?
Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos.
Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white.
We also have youth and adult sizes.
That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did some research, and there's no shot for going viral.
Oh, Lord. Mom, he's a goner.
Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands.
All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baumwalker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb-based brands.
He means the website, which is shoponrazorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
Hey, this is Landon Jackson, and you're listening to ESPN Arkansas.
Valley Family Dental, formerly known as Riley Farm Dental, at the entrance to Riley Farms, provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients better lives with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, now offering same-day crown service. Mention you heard this ad on ESPN Radio at your next appointment and receive a free bleaching kit or $100 off in-office accelerated whitening. Call 226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where we are rolling out Rath Auto Relief. Now through midnight on Halloween, get up to $1,500 Rath cash when you purchase any one of our Rath Road Ready vehicles. Use it to pay your sales tax, get extra for your trade, or just take it right off the price. Plus, follow us on Facebook for fun-free giveaways every week. Rath Auto Relief, one more reason all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, Fort Smith.
Dozy Place has now been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years. Celebrate your special birthday, holiday, person, or just because at Dozy Place. Start with delicious appetizers and your choice of drinks from the largest selection of wines, beer, and liquor in the River Valley. Dozy Place is open Tuesday through Thursday 5 till 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended, so call 784-9111. 784-9111 for Dozy Place, 422 North 3rd Street, Fort Smith.
Hi, this is Lindsay White with White Office Machines. For over 90 years, my family's been serving the greater Fort Smith region with the image industry's newest technologies, as well as providing superior customer service through long-term business relationships. As the area's only authorized Kyocera document solutions dealer, White Office Machines provides the best value with high-speed copiers and the latest multifunction printers. Stop by our office in downtown Fort Smith or in Russellville. Follow us on Facebook or go to whiteoffice.com.
White Office Machines since 1929.
It's fall cleanup time at Gray Brothers Equipment. From the large M7 Series cab Kubotas to the L2502, the best-selling compact tractor in Arkansas and Oklahoma. Gray Brothers and Kubota will make your fall cleanup a breeze. With great pricing and interest rates as low as 0% for 84 months, they're making fall cleanup enjoyable again at Gray Brothers Equipment in Fort Smith and Poto, where if you pick orange, you'll never get a lemon. Now through 12/31/2024, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information.
Spooked by the thought of a custody battle with your ex? Get the chills thinking about high hourly billing from another lawyer? Don't hide in the dark. Call me, Jackie Mock with Mock Legal Solutions. Divorce and custody can be scary. You need an attorney who can help at a price you can afford. At Mock Legal Solutions, we offer flat fees and payment plans. Call today. The first consultation is always free. 479-769-1505. Mock Legal Solutions. Real advice, reasonable price.
If you knew all that Jody's Auto Service Centers can do for your vehicle and you'd never take your vehicle anywhere else.
My fleet is small, 14 trucks and cars. It's a struggle every day with parts, employees, and scheduling, but one thing I never worry about is vehicles. Jody's has special fleet pricing, special in and out service, or free shuttle and pickup and delivery service. And they do everything, service, repair, and maintenance. That makes my life much easier. All my vehicles go to Jody's.
Latest technology and highly trained technicians means we could do it all. From the most highly technical repairs to everyday oil change specials. tires, everything, even diesels. Jody'sAuto.com. Schedule free shuttle service or pickup and delivery. Get a tire quote, get financing. Jody's Auto Service Centers, voted best of the best by our customers year after year. We're your neighbor since 1984 with 3 full-service locations in Fort Smith and Van Buren. See for yourself at JODYSauto.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Arkansas football. It's the players running through the A. Hogheads. It's more than 70,000 fans calling Woo Pig Suey.
Yes, sir.
Guys, I've got just one thing I want to say to you. Touchdown, Arkansas!
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
Michael Van Buren is the quarterback you're facing on Saturday. Freshman kid. Don't know a lot about him other than he's done a pretty good job lately in Jeff Lebby's offense. Here's Nico Davier last night on the challenge that awaits the Arkansas defense.
He's a dynamic quarterback. They starting to build their offense around him, so the more he learning the offense, the better he going to be. I think we just got to keep him from scrambling and just get our hands up so we can bat the balls down and just play fast and physical.
Now, if you go back to the game against LSU, tell me, I don't have the stats in front. I don't remember Nussmeier running at all. He threw the ball away more than if he rushed at all. I mean, Arkansas really didn't have to deal with that. Now, he floated in the pocket
he had
a little.
one rushing attempt for 5 yards.
5 yards. Okay. But this is an element that you got to deal with on Saturday. Nico didn't really run against Arkansas either. But this is a different element that you're facing at quarterback. A younger kid, kind of like you faced with Nico and some of the other guys on your schedule this season, but definitely a different skill set than what you faced against Nussmeier.
Yeah, and, certainly not going to be the experience. This is kind of back to what you had been facing. Nussmeier's experience and poise was one of the concerns I had going into that LSU game. Maybe you can rattle the freshman. One of the secrets to Arkansas' success has been able to apply pressure, flush, and frustrate young quarterbacks. We're getting to a point in the year, though, Ty. We're at the end of October. These guys have grown up a little bit. They're not completely true freshmen or redshirt freshmen at this point. They're not new to these systems. Things are gelling. So, the speed of the game is slowing down a little bit. So it's not going to be as easy moving forward as it, and it never is in November, unless you get lucky and catch a team that's got a bad injury in a bad spot.
Arkansas did get another commitment in football yesterday. We'll talk with Richard about that in about 30 minutes. 2-star tight end Gavin Garrettson, who was originally committed to San Diego State. He is now committed to the Arkansas Razorbacks. Last thing here in your Hog Update. So Johnny Carson was born on October 23rd, 1925. There's a reason that today is National TV Talk Show Host Day because of
he's
the
the
king.
He's the GOAT.
The king. And back on December 13th, 1978, Lou Holtz went on his show. Take a listen.
Now, let me tell you about this. The rest of you around the country have never seen this. The Razorbacks, right? Razorback. Are hogs, and I'm going to have everybody in Arkansas mad at me because a couple of fans, Charlie and Bertha Chu from Helena, I guess it is, Helena, Arkansas, sent this. That's the Razorback helmet, right?
That's the Razorback helmet. They're wearing it at the games, and when I first went...
That's a weird-looking thing.
When I first went to University of Arkansas, the first time I came in contact with the university, I watched them on TV in about 1964. My initial reaction was, how in the world can anybody wear those stupid hats? And, and then when I went to the University of Arkansas, they have that call, Woo Pig Suey, and it's fantastic when 55,000 people call it. Now, if things aren't going well, sometimes they yell Woo Pig Fooey, and that isn't real good. That's bad luck.
Calling hogs, they go, Suey. I mean, it's a real yell,
I
isn't
tell you what, I think I can recruit you. You go well.
Yeah.
I never watched him live because I
couldn't
wasn't
buy
born.
that kind of publicity anymore.
No. And that was
the entire country watched Johnny Carson every night.
Yeah.
I mean, don't have anyone like that anymore.
Well, think about that. I mean, podcasters are bigger now than Kimmel or Myers or any of that. I mean, more people listen to Joe Rogan than they do listen or watch
the Morning Rush podcast.
Or the Morning Rush podcast. Yeah, thank you. All right, that is your Hog Update this morning. It's brought to you by our friends at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call Sparky.
That's back in the day when you had 5 channels on the TV. And Dad would say, go up and change the channel. And you had to physically get up and go change the channel, on the console TV that sat on the floor and the old wood oak panel. So
the good old days.
When you changed it, it went kerplunk. You could hear the actual tuner changing kerplunk,
I visualize when you say that. I visualize
dial it in a little bit.
I visualize the late Orville Henry telling little Clay, go up there and change the channel.
Imagine the arguments. Don't change the channel. And
Clay predates color TV,
JT, we're talking about our stability conversation earlier. He wanted to give you some credit. Stability, like hit that line at ESPN Arkansas. Tommy has had numerous co-hosts, but Tommy is still captaining the
I've only
station.
had 1, 2, 3, 4.
in 20
4
years.
in 20 years.
Yeah, that's not bad.
What is the typical?
Was that a new one every 5 years?
What is the typical lifeline of a sports radio show across the country? You think?
Not this long. I don't know.
Is the morning rush?
Rick and Randy have been on forever.
Is it 18 years for the morning rush?
Yeah.
Okay.
And everybody said, "Hey, you like your new time slot? Loving it."
Yeah.
Loving it.
As soon as Dylan hits football practice or whatever, it's going to be even better. It's going to be even better. All right, coming up, we've got more to discuss here on a What's Your Beef Wednesday. We've got plenty of beef still. Text in. Those continue to roll in at 877-377-6963. We've got our Morning Rush daily question as well. Plus, there's some other stuff I want to get into, including that I hate Dan Campbell, that I hate that I like Dan Campbell, and some Pro Hogs update as well.
Have you checked the line? What I'm getting
It's
Bet
still at
Saracen
7?
put up. I don't know. I'm pulling Bet Saracen up here on my phone.
Last time I checked,
I just kind of wondered as people, head that way. Is it Arkansas? It's 6.5 now.
Okay.
Bulldogs.
I think that line.
Check that out on the Bet Saracen app for that.
That line is going to continue to go that way, Tommy. If I had to think that.
Yeah. Hey, brought to you by APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group. Immediate job openings in Northwest and North Central Arkansas. You can get on board with a great company that offers great pay, great benefits, retirement, profit sharing, full benefits package when you join the team at APAC. And then if you go to jobs.crh.com, you can see the full list from heavy equipment operators, diesel mechanics, electricians, people in administration, and lots more. So it's jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola is an equal opportunity employer. It's 9:34. This is the Morning Rush.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market.
On ESPN Arkansas, download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play Store.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's not Christmas yet.
No, Mom, he's referring to football season.
Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets?
Sideline passes?
Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos.
Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white.
We also have youth and adult sizes.
That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did some research, and there's no shot for going viral.
Oh, Lord. Mom, he's a goner.
Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands.
All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baumwalker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb page.
He means the website, which is shoponrazorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
This is the Morning Rush.
Fall is here, and that means cooler weather, football, and family, which makes it the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart, your family's #1 tire store. Southern Tire Mart is your trusted partner for top quality tires, professional services, and competitive pricing. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let us ensure your vehicle is ready for anything fall brings your way. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
This is a public service announcement for hard seltzer lovers. Neutral Vodka Seltzer has arrived. Made with simple ingredients like vodka, seltzer, and real juice. Neutral tastes good. Like real good. So good that you'll never want to drink another artificial tasting seltzer again. Neutral's light and refreshing taste will show you what a vodka seltzer can be. Try Neutral, the one with the umlaut. Copyright 2023 Neutral Distilled Spirit Specialty, Los Angeles, California. Enjoy responsibly.
Looking to protect yourself and your family this flu season? Law's Drug Store at 6802 Rogers Avenue offers the latest vaccines for adults and seniors in both COVID-19 and the flu. Law's Drug Store has friendly pharmacists ready to assist you with no appointment necessary. Call 452-6116. It's quick, it's easy, and in most cases, free with your insurance. Law's Drug Store, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Open 6 days a week to care for you and your family.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted Best Garage Door Company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Hey, Ty Richardson for Jim. They have several locations in the Arkansas area, but I specifically want to talk to you about Jim Mart number 10. Great deli. My goodness. Great lunch, great dinner. But have you had the breakfast yet? It's the best in town. And they have that convenient drive-through window. So when you're heading north or south on 540, take exit number 6 for Jim Mart number 10. 6201 Grand Avenue in Fort Smith. Jim, the leading gas station and convenience store in the area.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird, Limbird Real Estate Group, has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours, or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
October is Slingshot Month at Wheeler Power Sports in Fort Smith. We have a great selection of new Polaris Slingshots in stock, some with financing available as low as 1.99% for 36 months and 0 down payment with approved credit. Fall is the perfect time to get out and see the natural state in the new Slingshot from Wheeler Power Sports. Serving all over Arkansas and eastern Oklahoma. WheelerPowersports.com. Wheeler Power Sports, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
Walk-Ons is always a win, whether it's for a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner. Walk-Ons has you covered. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers and cocktails. Dig into their mouth-watering menu items like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location in Rogers, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Conway, and Little Rock, or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The Carpat Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at CarpatSocial.com.
Carpath Social Morning Rush Daily Question. Let's center in on the Razorbacks in Starkville. It's been a hard place for Arkansas to go and consistently win, at least last 15 years since the program's kind of taken a turn for the worse. But what's the hardest thing about playing in Starkville? Is it just the environment and kind of the sleepy old town of Starkville? Is it the cowbells? Is it the fact that, it's hard to get there and travel to for the team? What in particular makes Starkville such a difficult place, Ty? You've been there. What, in your opinion, makes that a hard place for Arkansas to go win? Now, historically, Arkansas has dominated that series when you go back, but you look at the last 15 years or so, it's not been that way.
Dan immediately chimes in. He says it's the freaking Cowboys. He also says, I've been listening for all 18 years of the Morning Rush. He said,
appreciate that.
I think I need to get alive. Well, your life is the Morning Rush, Dan. Thank you very much.
Maybe I need to get alive.
I think Mississippi State is not one of the top dogs in the SEC, so you will sleepwalk in there from time to time. Not just the Razorbacks, but other teams.
That's
And
where
so
I was headed.
that-
You
that-
don't respect them enough.
Yeah, and like this weekend, I heard the guys talking about this last night, several of the players that we got to hear from a little bit, and at least from what they said, they're not treating it like this.
Anybody in the SEC is a dangerous team. Like I told you, like no matter what week you play, 1-6, it don't matter the record. We treat every team the same, undefeated, haven't won any games. It's going to be a dogfight no matter who you play.
That was Larry Worth, one of your defensive backs. I think he's playing a little linebacker, more on the DB side of things, but I think it's just that aspect. They hadn't won an SEC game this season. They're arguably the worst team in the league. Not that the Cowbells make it easy, but you alluded to
I
yes,
think you're on to the right answer.
Yeah.
Is people look at Mississippi State, much like we don't always realize it. People look at Arkansas's program, and it's a game you circle at the beginning. When's the last time you haven't circled Mississippi State? When Dak Prescott was there at the beginning of the year when you get the schedule out?
who can do the best Admiral Akbar impression? Big C, do you have one of those?
No.
Or trap. I can't. You have to like trap.
Can Arkansas friends use cowbells when Mississippi State's on offense?
No, that'd be illegal. You know.
Oh, we
I
got to
think in
figure out.
Fayetteville it would be.
That's
but-
what Ryan says. It's trap game.
It can be, but I think it's a game that when you look at the schedule and you see Mississippi State on it, whether you're Alabama, you're Georgia, you're Arkansas, hell, even Vanderbilt, who's having a great year, who doesn't
Barney
circle
Clark
Mississippi
Lees.
State? Much like Arkansas
What do
gets
we-
circled. So I mean, I don't think we take this game serious enough sometimes, and I can't speak for the players inside those four walls, but I think we circle it too quickly and move on to the next thing and assume it will be easy when we have no basis to assume anything on, and that rubs off. That there's an air of this will not be as tough as other games. And how many times can you have a good year and go to a good bowl game or exceed your expectations and not beat Mississippi State?
It's the M's. You can't beat one
Exactly.
M in Columbia.
You got to beat the
Clay always
3
talks
M's.
about.
We kind of coined that with that phrase with Clay here on the show. You've got to beat those three schools and they look at Arkansas the same way. Can Mississippi State or Ole Miss generally have a good year without beating Arkansas? Doesn't work out generally.
Seth and Rogers says players always underestimate State. The coaches do too. I will agree with you half. I don't think, this is my opinion, and I could be wrong about this, I truly don't think that coaches underestimate their opponents. I think what happens is their words and their advice to their players leading up to the game doesn't always stick because players are on social media, players are in classrooms with guys that are like, you guys are going to cream these guys this week. I wasn't there that long ago, and I remember talking to players.
But if you're influenced by a classmate, you're not.
But I'm saying they're a lot more likely to be influenced
I
or
hear you.
agree. And a lot of times, listen, I would go to class with guys. They would tell me one thing in class. Then I'd listen to them at the press conference that night, and it was the complete opposite.
Yeah, because coach can listen to the press conference.
Yes. So that's that happens. And it's still happening across college athletics where you underestimate. I just don't think that coaches necessarily do that as much as maybe the players do.
One thing Arkansas has consistently done, except LSU, is played to the level of their competition. That's been good and that's been bad at times. But that's pretty much what's happened, right? They've played up in games like Tennessee, good enough to win. Played up in a game like A&M, didn't win but close. Played down to a team like UAB. We made this point earlier this week. UAPB, set that aside. That's an anomaly in the schedule. LSU's the first time you haven't played your competition. Didn't play up to that level. Do you play to Mississippi State's level and try to win close, or is this a game where, hey, we're going to go out and blow these guys out? We're going to play to our level. We're not going to turn the football over. We're not going to miss field goals. We're going to run the ball effectively, which they didn't last week, clearly. Where you at with Jackson? That's a huge thing for this week. I mean, is the defense going to get back in stride? I mean, go through all these scenarios, but one thing pretty much throughout the schedule, 6 of the 7 games, you've played to the level of competition.
You mentioned Jaquindon Jackson's health, and we'll end on this. Again, this is what Pittman said on Monday.
Probably very questionable for Saturday's game.
Maybe I'm reading too much into that, but does that lead you to believe he's not going to play? Apparently, he gutted it out just to play last week. The few short snaps that he did. And you could tell he wasn't healthy with that
5
ankle.
carries last week. So, then you got behind, and you couldn't run the ball as much because you needed to catch up. You had to throw it a little bit more. But is Dominion the guy? Is Braylon Russell? I mean, who's the bell cow this week if he can't go?
It sure sounds like, based on what Pittman was saying about Russell.
He's hard to get a read on, but I'll guarantee he was pumped up. Give him the football, see what happens.
Pittman sure sounded like they brought him in. They're like, "You ready to roll?" And he was like, "Yep." That's my takeaway.
And Taylon Green's got to run. He had no time, and I think they don't want to run him much, and turn him loose. But you got to get back to where Taylon Green and the threat of him running is part of the offense. That's got to be part of your ground game.
All right,
it wasn't last week.
That is your Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily question. Why does Arkansas, in the last 15 years, why have they not had a lot of success in Starkville? Tommy, I think in addition to that, they just hadn't been good most of the time. When you played Mississippi State's had Dak Prescott. They've had some other teams that have been
You've had
better.
good teams, though. Brandon Allen had a team that went down there and won at night.
No, they lost. They lost tight.
I know what you're talking about.
They lost 14.
There was a game they went down there and won at night. Maybe maybe I'm going back to Petrino, but with Tyler Wilson. Maybe that's what I'm thinking about.
So
I'm going to tell you, winning in Starkville, even with a good team, is not easy.
It's funny.
It was Tyler Wilson's team that went down there with Petrino and won at night.
Yeah,
barely.
Well, no. Here, I'll help you on this. 2010, Ryan Mallett took him down. Hawker missed that field goal right before overtime, and Ryan went over to him and was like, "Man, I got you." And they won that OT game.
Yeah.
Tyler and them creamed them in Little Rock the next year. So that is not, like you said, not an easy place to win by any stretch of the imagination whatsoever, even though Danny Mount Ida feels like it should be. All right, that is your Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily question. Cart Pass Social, #1 indoor golf destination, all of Arkansas. Check them out, cartpasssocial.com. Leagues right now, they're going on, and they've got ones that you can establish with your friends. Stop by and see Christian, see Nate. 122 Grant Place in Lowell, right in the center of Northwest Arkansas. Check out their social media. Nate, Haley, their team does a great job. Cart Pass Social, over 500 golf courses to choose from.
It's What's Your Beef Wednesday. So what's bothering you today? If you got something, we've talked about Jerry Jones earlier. You were talking about the cowbells. If there's something that you're just PO'd about.
This is just one, Tommy.
Yeah, multiplied by 50,000. If there's something that's just really got you, wrinkled up this morning, it got you wrangled a little bit, bring it to us. Text or call on the hotline here, 877-377-6963. Richard's Country Meat Market brings you What's Your Beef Wednesday. Hey, it's the go-to for the extra points. You need the great sides, right? Have you ever had their potato salad from Richard's?
I don't want to lie. So no.
Unbelievably good. So if you haven't tried the potato salad, get that. My brother brings it to like all the family functions. So in addition to all the great meats, they do great sides as well. You can try them out. They've got the bean dip there, the sausage mac and cheese, the garlic scallop potatoes, and the green bean casserole. But do not rest on the potato salad. Get ready for the weekend of Richard's Country Meat Market. They're in Fayetteville, 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive. Or call ahead, and they'll have it ready, 479-443-0000.
Continuing on our beefs this morning, do you recognize this theme song?
Him, the Toolman Taylor.
Yes, Home Improvement. I'm in the midst of trying to improve my home on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. One of the things
You're a good housekeeper. You keep...
It looks nice.
It's
Most
just
of my
you,
friends
right?
are surprised. Yeah.
Get you a
I've got
couple kids and some animals in there and then see how it goes.
I've got a buddy that's moving in to the mother-in-law suite next month, and then another friend that's moving in January. So it's going to be 3 of us as of January. Yeah, 2 friends.
No females moving in there?
No, I don't
You're
think
not
my
as smart
parents,
as I thought you were.
I don't think my parents would be too enthused about that idea.
You're almost 30.
Yeah, but
they don't care what you do.
I still have a high deal of respect for what my parents think. I know that surprises you, but I actually really do care what they think.
Based on your behavior, I am surprised.
I mean, I feel like I'm respectable Monday through Friday, and then there's occasionally things I do on Friday and Saturday night that are not. But
I think you're missing on a real opportunity here.
Yeah, I probably am. Either way, the reason I play that is because I'm trying to improve my home and figure out this grill. I'm on step 38.
How long is this going to take?
Friends got it for me 2 or 3 months ago. I just picked it up last week. He completed 31 of the steps. I've completed
left?
7. Got to plug up the electrical wire, and there's 60
electrical wire.
I think there's like 60 steps to this thing. I didn't realize
electrical wire for a grill.
I don't.
What do you got?
It's on the built app. I don't know. I plugged it in yesterday.
You want me to send my wife over there to finish this?
if she could do it, yeah. Does she like putting together
Oh,
grills?
she put my smoker together. She loves that stuff. Step 586.
I don't
she'll-
have the patience for
and
that.
she does it, and she doesn't have like nuts, bolts, screws left over. I get so mad. I can't stand it. So I turn her loose. She loves that kind of stuff. I hate it. I'm telling you, there's a whole business there of just putting crap together for people.
That she'd like to. She could probably charge a,
Well, she'd
a
do it for about
surplus.
45 days and we move on to something else. But I'm telling you, if someone would open a business and that was the deal, hey, you just have it shipped here. We put it together and deliver it to your home. Who's not signing up for that? You'd pay $150, $200 for that, wouldn't you?
B in Clarksville said, "Well done, Ty. You'll get it done just in time for 4th of July
Exactly.
25." I'm trying.
I'd have it
There's
done
an
for Labor Day.
There's an effort there. It's just
Yeah.
it's not backed
Well, you got to
up by
get it done so then you can sit out on that patio and have you some Andy's Frozen Custard.
Yes.
They got a location not far from you on Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith, 2 in Conway, also 1 in North Little Rock. So if you're out in on I-40, going to be somewhere in Conway or North Little Rock, stop in for one of their great flavors today. In fact, for game days, take home a Pick 6. It's their mix and match, 6 of your favorite flavors for the perfect game time treat. The swing by Andy's Frozen Custard. Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith, 2 locations in Conway, and don't forget them in North Little Rock on JFK Boulevard. Andy's Frozen Custard. Walk up or drive through. Hey, they're ready to take care of you.
All right, so in hour number 2, we're going to chat with Richard Davenport. He's written a couple of different recruiting articles lately, give you some update on what happened this past week and what's to come for Arkansas football and basketball.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because our Kansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert.
And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's not Christmas yet.
No, Mom, he's referring to football season.
Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets?
Sideline passes?
Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos.
Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white.
We also have youth and adult sizes.
That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did some research, and there's no shot for going viral.
Oh, Lord. Mom, he's a goner.
Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter and Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands.
All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baumwalker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb page friends.
He means the website, which is shop on Razorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
This is the Morning Rush.
Hi, folks. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where we are rolling out Rath Auto Relief. Now through midnight on Halloween, get up to $1,500 Rath cash when you purchase any one of our Rath Road Ready vehicles. Use it to pay your sales tax, get extra for your trade, or just take it right off the price. Plus, follow us on Facebook for fun-free giveaways every week. Rath Auto Relief. One more reason all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, Fort Smith.
Stop by the Golf Nut today and check out the full line of lab putters featuring Lie-Angle balanced technology. Lab putters were used by 14% of professionals in the 2024 Masters Tournament. All models of the new Scotty Cameron Phantom putters are in stock, including the longer 38-inch model. Come discover the biggest selection of name brand clubs, apparel, and accessories in the region. The Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue, your #1 golf shop for over 30 years.
Man, I wish I knew you were here. We hear that every day at In Stock Parts, located off Highway 45 across from the cold storage in Fort Smith. Are you a maintenance technician, landscaper, farmer, or a do-it-yourselfer in need of bearings, belts, or roller chain? Or safety supplies like gloves, safety glasses, or earplugs? Maybe you need drill bits, tap and die sets, lubricants, or even a gas-powered pump or generator. Don't waste your time driving around. Stop by In Stock Parts, your industrial parts resource, or check them out online at InStockParts.com. In Stock Parts.
This is Ricky Young with Mr. Cabbage Head and the Screaming Radishes, vegetable-related rock for a healthier lifestyle. When we have any problem at all, we call 782-8940.
It's a great time to take advantage of York Factory rebates on high-efficiency HVAC products. Give us a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
Need a little extra cash? Go see Rusty at Golden Gym Pond, 310 West Center in Greenwood. Get the money you need with loans on jewelry, guns, tools, and electronics. If you're looking for a gift, they have a large selection of jewelry to choose from, and Rusty can take care of all jewelry repair. Stop by Golden Gym Pond today, 310 West Center in Greenwood, or call 996-2792. Open 9 to 5:30 Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and 9 to 3 on Wednesday. Golden Gym Pond.
Top CDL Academy is a licensed Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration that provides the federal required training to obtain both Class A and Class B CDL licenses. Our program provides assistance with employment after graduation. We have finance and grant options available. Students straight out of class have started new careers earning $70,000 to $140,000 per year, and training is provided for all 50 states. Call today, 479-632-1050. COP CDL Academy.
I doubt you thought paint was anything like football, right? So you've got a favorite football team. Your painting team at the paint store in Van Buren gets you a solid primer, the perfect color, and a durable defense. That is what you want, right? Our team of Richards Paint and expertise always win for you. Whether contractor or do-it-yourself, we have the best team. The paint store in Van Buren. Go Hogs!
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, sunshine. Our high this afternoon will be in the middle to upper 80s. We stay nice and clear tonight. Overnight low in the low 50s north, upper 50s south. Lots of sunshine Thursday. High temperatures on Thursday in the low to mid 80s, and Friday back to sunshine. Highs in the low 80s north, upper 80s south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Shamrock Liquor Warehouse, 5609 Midland Boulevard, your leader in fine wines, beers, and spirits. KERX, Paris, Fort Smith.
Hey, we can't make you a morning person, but we can make your mornings.
ESPN 95.3. This hour of the Morning Rush is brought to you by Bud Light, brewed with the best barley, rice, water, and hops to be America's favorite light beer. Bud Light, please drink responsibly.
Light breaking through the sky. Tommy and Ty got that crazy drive. Tune in now, don't be shy. Morning Rush gonna make you feel alive. Wake up, it's time to go. Tommy and Ty, they steal the show. ESPN Arkansas, feel the flow. Morning Rush, Morning Glow.
Well, there go our bonuses. Tommy's spending all on this song with a record label. Damn it.
More true than you think. So, went all the way to Nashville. It's gonna be a hit.
Man. You realize I still have connections there. You didn't have to spend an arm and a leg on this.
I just spent an arm.
I could have gotten an artist to do this for me for free. Instead,
Are they as good as my guy?
This is pretty good.
My guy's pretty good there. So he sings at all the honky tonks on Broadway. Hey, it's What's Your Beef Wednesday. It's brought to you by our friends at Richards Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Be the weekend hero. Be the tailgate hero at your home gate or your next tailgate with Richards Country Meat Market. They've got all the selection you're looking for at Richards, including their house-made sausages, loaded gourmet burgers. They got the loaded brats, all the sides to go with it as well at Richards Country Meat Market. Hey, whether you're cooking for a little or a lot, or for a few or just you, it's Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville, the only place to shop. They're only in Fayetteville, one block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive. Call ahead at 479-443-0000. Tomorrow, just a quarter mile from there, we're going to be at Golf USA in Fayetteville. They're having their annual Moonlight Madness sale. Ty, I know you love golf as much as I do, maybe more now.
Yeah.
And they're having their once-a-year Moonlight Madness sale. Matt Jones and me are going to be out there from 3 to 7. Come by and meet Matt. I'll take a picture with you hand me your phone. I'll take a picture of you and Matt.
Where will
be
Tommy
glad to do
take
that.
more pictures? In New Orleans this weekend or at Golf USA on Thursday?
I won't be in any of the photos at Golf USA. I'll be the one actually operating the camera.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason I'm there. But you can come by and meet Matt. We're going to be talking golf. Matt loves his golf, too. Everything in the store is up to 70% off. They got Adidas polos. I saw the rack of these. They look great. $28 right now. All FootJoy apparel. One of my favorite. In fact, this is a FootJoy shirt I got on right now. 50% off, excluding the NCAA apparel. And if you like the NCAA apparel with a Razorback on it, they've got all NCAA apparel and accessories 30% off. Saving store-wide, woods, hybrids, irons, wedges, 15% off. Putters and rain gear on sale. You love your sunglasses. They got those 25% off. Don't miss the sale. Starts at 4 o'clock. Doors will open then, 4 till 10, one night only. The Moonlight Madness sale at Golf USA, 3184 North College in Fayetteville. And me and Matt will see you there tomorrow.
Are you really a country artist unless you have a bar on Broadway?
We got to play at a bar on Broadway.
Let's go around the room. But all these country artists now have bought these
Well, there's a lot more
landmarks.
artists than that, but I hear you. Okay.
I like Luke Combs is his new bar's up.
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen's bar's up. There's
I
some
like Luke
Brooks and
Combs.
Dunn. He's good.
Yeah,
he's very
really good.
He's very talented. I don't think that him and Wallen like each other. That's just my opinion.
You think Luke Combs cares?
That's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
I just wish they would do stuff together, but
Combs gives all of us heavyset guys a little hope that, hey, we can do something great in life, too.
yeah. Hey, I'll tell you someone I do like. That's our friend Richard Davenport, who joins us now. I had the blessing, so I sit down, I park in 56, I sit down on the bus. Who walks in? RD. Yeah. RD, what's going on this morning, man?
Oh man, it was it's going fine, but it was better for me, man. Always good to see Ty, and anybody that knows me thinks highly of him, and I think he needs a raise.
You would checks in the mail, Richard, definitely on that. You would think that the Pope walked into this bus, Tommy, because as soon as he walked in, he sit down. RD got recruiting question after recruiting question. There are people, hey, you wrote this thing 15 years ago about my nephew or my son. And RD would think a sec, harken back, and be like, yeah, I remember that. I remember he played at so-and-so high school. It was a cool experience. And I just kind of sat there and listened and took it in. But Richard, you've also written a couple things recently. Arkansas had some visitors in this weekend, not just for football and basketball. I know it's a long list, but maybe some things that stood out this past weekend in Fayetteville from some guys you talked to.
Well, I think Torrey, I may not be getting that right. The 2026 shooting guard out of New Haven, Connecticut. He visited Arkansas over the weekend, and this was his first time to attend a college football game, and it seemed to make a big impression on him and his father. But and he was he was kind of taken back at seeing Tusk, a live mascot. That was kind of, when kids haven't really been to a atmosphere or a big college game, and they experience something for the first time. It's kind of interesting to hear their take on just different things that we take for granted. And he was just really he was surprised that they had a live mascot, and he obviously was able to see Tusk up close and personal. But I think that probably stood out more than anything. And then he was talking about practice and how impressive it was. Coach Calipari and staff conducting practice on Saturday, and things like that really hit home with him. And he's a guy that's a top 30 prospect right now in the 26th class, and he said he plans to visit Arkansas soon again. So that was very productive. But overall, I mean, obviously it wasn't a W on Saturday, but the atmosphere, as we all know, for most of the game was very, very very good and impressed football and basketball kids.
I would assume that Friday night for the Kansas exhibition game, you can have recruits at that event, correct?
As far as I know, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't checked. I can't imagine you not. It's still a recruiting period, so but haven't really dived into it just yet.
Kind of stinks that football's not in town, because that would be something. I know high school recruits are playing that night, but if someone had an off week or something, that at least kind of kickstart the weekend if you had that one or two that maybe you could get in town. But it just kind of stinks. It conflicts where football can't get in on maybe an atmosphere like that.
Yeah, that's true. That would be something to try to attend. Even though usually when kids come in on a Friday for a visit, say an official visit, they usually go out for dinner about that time. But I imagine that football would make an accommodation to maybe eat a little bit before and maybe get there at halftime or something like that and experience some of the atmosphere.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's going to be really. I'll be interested to see, because you got high school football going on Friday night. Apparently the tickets are, in pretty good demand. I know it's an exhibition game, and we all know what happened with Purdue in the exhibition game last year, and you won and didn't set up for a great season. But I'll be interested to see for the first time, even though it's not an official game, kind of the Calipari operation roll out in front of the whole state.
No, I'm with you, Tommy. I mean, you can say it's an exhibition game, but that, like you said, that Purdue game, that was a real game to the guys on the court and the fans in the seats. I mean, it may not count, but it's going to be pretty intense, and it's going to be a great atmosphere and play. I don't care if it's exhibition or what. You want to win. If you're a player, I mean, if you're a competitor, you want to win that, especially when it's two teams like Arkansas and Kansas going against one another.
Is there a better measuring stick about where you would be heading into November than having an exhibition against Kansas? It's probably a better deal for Arkansas than it is for Kansas.
Yeah, because I tend to think that they know what they have coming in versus Arkansas, especially most of these guys haven't played together in a game. I mean, scrimmages, stuff like that, yeah, but in a real game, no. So it's going to be interesting. It's just like last year with Coach Muss's roster that was almost a complete turnover. Initially, it looked like the chemistry was good, and it was going to be a promising season. Obviously, that didn't work out that way. What do they look like on Friday and going forward? That's the big question right now.
Richard Davenport with us here on the Morning Rush, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. One of the things we were talking about in the last hour, Richard, was Arkansas and their lack of success last 10 or 15 years in Starkville. It's partly because Mississippi State has had some better teams, but why do you think the Razorbacks have struggled on the road in that stadium compared to maybe when they weren't in that situation?
Man, I don't know. It's kind of like, I was thinking just the other day, Arkansas's won 4 straight against Tennessee.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. It really is. I don't know. I mean, I guess most of the guys hate cowbells. I don't know. It's kind of puzzling. I don't have an answer for that, but obviously this is a very important game that they got to pull out.
I would, much like Arkansas is to the outside world, Mississippi State's one of those games you quickly circle going through the schedule early.
Oh, yeah.
You don't take them as serious as you do a brand name in the SEC like a Tennessee or an LSU or a Bama or go down the list. I think that's a little bit of something you feel like, all right, I can breathe a little bit this week. It's Mississippi State. Well, they feel I think they just step it up a little bit more, and I think it's just harder. There's more pressure to win at home. There's a lot of things, but I think it's a game that if you don't beat Mississippi State, Richard, it's hard to define that you've had a good year. In Arkansas's situation, you've got to have a win over Mississippi State generally to just have a good year and make a bowl game even.
No, that's right. I mean, especially games that you feel like that as a program, you feel like that you should be able to have a better supporting cast, better team, and no disrespect to Mississippi State, but I mean Arkansas's resources and everything, advantages I tend to think that they have over Mississippi State should help you, be the better program and more times than not beat the Bulldogs. But it's something that obviously Arkansas hasn't had a lot of luck, in Starkville. So, but you ought to feel pretty confident, but at the same time, and it's one of those games, that series that it's kind of hard to explain why Arkansas has difficulty winning there.
Richard, you got any thoughts on the Southeastern Conference as we look ahead to the championship game in Atlanta? I know that Texas might have the easiest schedule when you look at some of the other teams, what they have to go through. LSU, A&M both undefeated this weekend in College Station. Who do you expect, I should say, is going to play in Atlanta for the SEC championship game?
I'll just go with Georgia. I mean, it's pretty easy. Mm-hmm. I mean, I tend to think after what happened on Saturday. And then, the other one, the other team, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you look at Texas and you look at their schedule. Now you look at it and you go, man, it's pretty questionable as far as their level of competition going into the Georgia game. I think we'll know a little bit more in a couple more weeks, but I think you probably have 3 or 4 teams that will be fighting for that second spot.
Well, one thing I think we do know is predicting this week off of last week will get you in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. What is?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, but seriously, you look back. I mean, after Texas beat Michigan at the Big House. I mean, people were saying, that's and it was an impressive win. But now you look at it and it's not as an impressive win, and their other wins were against a lesser competition.
Yep.
We'll know more about Texas, in a few weeks, and I look at the schedule right now. Arkansas, if they can just improve just a little bit each game, they have a chance to come out pretty good at the end of the season. But at the same time, if you have a performance like you did against LSU, and you give LSU credit, but you cannot, and we've said this week after week, you just cannot turn the ball over like Arkansas did, and that interception just changed the whole game. And then there obviously the no call on the reverse on the targeting and the no call on the pass interference. I think those are the 3 biggest things that happened on Saturday that led to Arkansas losing the game. Or I'm not going to say that LSU wasn't the better team, but I'm also going to say that those definitely had an impact on the game.
Richard, we'll leave it there, man. Appreciate you joining us as always. It was good to see you this past weekend, and we'll chat next Wednesday, same time.
All right. Sounds good. See you guys.
All right, Richard Davenport with us every Wednesday on the Morning Rush, brought to you today by Valley Family Dental, formerly known as Riley Farm Dental. They're at the entrance to Riley Farms. They provide every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Dr. Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice give their patients a very comfortable environment, a comfortable experience. Staff works with you to make sure that you enjoy the experience every time. Here's something they're offering right now. Mention you heard it here on the Morning Rush, and they're going to give you a special deal and receive a free bleaching kit or $100 off accelerated whitening on your next office visit at Valley Family Dental. 5501 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms, or call 226-3500 for an appointment. That's 226-3500 for Valley Family Dental.
This is a beef of mine, and it goes against Chiefs fans. Apparently, according to Adam Schefter, DeAndre Hopkins is on his way to Kansas City. The Titans and Chiefs are working to finalize a trade that would send him to the Chiefs, unfortunately. And the NFL has put this out as well. Chiefs undefeated, I think, this season, just adding to their arsenal. Got to give credit to Patrick Mahomes. I know he restructured his contract, or they're going to restructure it, whatever the case may be, doing the Brady approach where he just wants to win. They have had issues, except like defensively, they've been a lot better this year, unlike last year where offensively was a key issue. But that is a beef of mine. Like, the Chiefs look like they're well on their way to possibly winning the third straight Super Bowl, which has never been done in the history of the National Football League.
Dynasty, baby. Dynasty.
They're unbelievable.
That tells me
Andy,
right there, though, it won't happen.
You think so?
Yeah.
Andy Reid, the Hunt family, what they've been able to do the last few years, not just last two, but before that. It's
What's that
remarkable.
daughter's name? What's that?
Gracie.
I figured you'd know.
Yeah.
If you didn't, I was going to be disappointed.
If anything you've asked
you
me,
didn't even have to look it up.
If anything you've asked me, that she's not my type, she's blonde. But if anything you've asked me this morning, have you see how quickly I
She would
snapped
become
you
my.
back?
She's
Yeah.
exactly my type.
Yeah.
Don't care
So
what color her
another
hair
beef
is.
this morning is the Chiefs just continue to stockpile talent, and the rest of the NFL now has to deal with the Patrick Mahomes to DeAndre Hopkins connection that we will see from here on out.
Hey, do you want to spruce up your existing home or start from the ground up? Either way, check out Farm Credit of Western Arkansas before you get started and find out why for more than 100 years that Farm Credit of Western Arkansas has helped families just like yours make their dream home come true. Go to myaglender.com. That's myaglender.com, or visit any of the 25 locations today for Farm Credit of Western Arkansas.
Real quick, Ryan in Prairie Grove chimes in on this. He says, "It's not our fault we're good, Ty. And I've been a Chiefs fan since Trent Green was the quarterback." Who did Chuck always bring up when we did the show? He brought whenever we talked about the Chiefs, because he loves dogging Chiefs fans. And I can't think of the old quarterback that he used to talk about. Trent Green's not that far off. I know who Trent Green is. He's not that far off as the QB. So, Ryan, you might have to go back a little bit if you want to qualify yourself as a long-suffering Chiefs fan when it comes to your fandom of Chiefs Kingdom, I think.
Well, let me see if I can help you here. Old Chiefs quarterbacks. Let's see what Siri can tell me on that. But there are a lot of people that definitely got on the bandwagon.
Yes, no question about it. All right, we'll come back, make fun of the Chiefs bandwagon. We'll continue on to What's Your Beef Wednesday. I've still got a few more this morning. And again, game in Starkville, Mississippi this weekend. Hogs, Bulldogs. We'll see what happens. We'll continue to
Len Dawson? Was that the one he brought up?
Yeah, I think it's Len Dawson.
Yeah.
All right, we'll continue on the
60s.
The 60s. Jeez Louise. All right, more of the Morning Rush coming up.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Morning Rush vibes that keep you on your toes. From 9 to 11, every day the magic flows.
Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing.
On ESPN Arkansas, download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, Sakhalin.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Basketball fans, it's that time of year again. The NBA is back. From opening tip-off to buzzer beaters, BetOnline has you covered with the best odds, biggest promotions, and live in-game betting on all of your favorite team. This season, every game matters. BetOnline has every stat, matchup, breakdown, and live odds to bet on during the games. And it's not just the NBA. BetOnline has odds on everything from football, MLB playoffs, NHL, to even political props. Head to the website today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Hey, ESPN 96.3 and hitthatline.com. Have you been to Swark Liquor? Trey Gentry and his team have a phenomenal spot. It's the first liquor stop in Arkansas for our Dallas and Texas fans traveling up to the hill. So if you're heading to Fayetteville, the lake, a cabin weekend, hunting, fishing, or any other activity you need your favorite drink, stop by Swark Liquor. And check out their apparel too. You'll want to wear it. Swark Liquor, 864 East Collin Ray Drive in DeQueen, Arkansas. Swark Liquor, we promise to keep them cold for you.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Van. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561.
Mike
Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call, cleans it all.
Brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, Sakhalin.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth.
Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Except we've got SEC finals. Deal with it. They're the best.
In the SEC, it just means more.
I know one thing. The SEC just got a little tougher.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Burton Pools and Spas. Trusted pool experts and your source for backyard fun. Locations in Springdale, Fort Smith, and now in Greenland. Always online at burtonpools.com.
All right, SEC update. Missouri at Alabama, Texas at Vanderbilt, LSU at Mississippi State. 3 top 25 matchups this weekend in the Southeastern Conference. Tommy, which is the best one? Is it in Tuscaloosa, Nashville, or College Station in terms of the outcome? Not talking about the one you're most interested in, but in terms of the tightest ball game.
Sidebar. What would you personally, both you guys, what would you give up? You can text us your answer.
Oh, here we go.
In your personal life, what would you sacrifice for Texas to lose to Vandy this weekend in Nashville? What would that be worth to you? Clearly, you don't have an answer on the radio.
No, I do. I can't say it on the radio.
My paycheck. No, I'm just kidding. No.
I'd give up pizza for a month, and I eat it like 10 or 15
like enough.
times a month.
I don't know what it is, but it would be a lot. I would be willing to sacrifice
Brian might
a
never
lot.
call on this radio station again, and that's taken away from our listeners and our audience.
You
'cause
talk
I know
about
they-
shutting down and shutting up some Texas fans. And I'm not suggesting Arkansas is better than Texas. I'm not suggesting that. But you talk about shutting down some people. God, I'd give anything for them to lose to Vandy.
Okay,
I would give anything.
Someone help me on this,
I would
please.
give up. Here's what I'd give up. I'd give up Alabama's loss at Vanderbilt for Texas to lose.
Okay. Clay reminds me from time to time there was football before the 90s. I'm pretty good. Anything 90 and beyond, I can recite it. It's just in my head, right? But explain to me, someone out there. I know Texas won the national championship with Vince Young in 2005. I know they went back with Colt McCoy and company in 2009. Lost to Alabama. But someone explain to me out there where this arrogance comes from. Do you have to go all the way back to the Royal days? Like, I don't understand. I know where the Alabama arrogance comes from. It comes from Bear Bryant and Nick Saban. I know where the recent comes from. I don't know where it comes from if you are a Texas football fan, because there has been nothing in the last decade and a half that you can show pridefully, hey, we are allowed to accompany this arrogance with the success.
I think
the arrogance is there. The success ain't.
I hijacked your question. I'm sorry. Your question about the SEC was which is the best matchup. That might be the one, just because it would be so thrilling to watch them lose this weekend.
Let's go Pavia. Pavia. I'd say his name wrong every time. That kid.
Kind of struggled.
A&M LSU is clearly the game with the most impact and what means the most to the landscape of the SEC and the college game. But that will be the one we watch. But my God, I'd love for Texas to lose.
JT in Hot Springs says he wouldn't eat beef for a week.
Oh,
I'd give up
I'd give up brisket for a year. I don't know. I'd do something.
I'd give up my
dramatic
air fried ribeyes until the grill gets finished for you. Single A in Danville says he would give up a Klondike bar.
Yeah. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
That is it's an important question.
What would you do? Ooh, for
a Klondike bar.
Go Vandy. Go Doors.
Okay.
Anchor down.
Anchor down. We are all Vanderbilt fans this weekend inside of that stadium right next to P.F. Chang's. Can you imagine how excited the people at P.F.
Egg
Chang's are
rolls
going to
for
be?
everyone. Sweet and sour sauce on the house.
That is such. You mentioned me going to Starfield 2 years ago. Lived in Nashville. Never actually went to a Vanderbilt game. But that campus is tucked away in Midtown off Broadway, and the stadium being really close to PFT. It's just unique. It's very unique where Vanderbilt is. Being in Nashville, that the fact that it's not a college town.
Yeah.
I know there's other stadiums at SEC, but how that campus is constructed is pretty wild to me. Hopefully it's raucous in that PF Chang's following a win against the Texas Longhorns. All right, that's your SEC update here this morning, brought to you our friends at Burden Pools and Spas.
And it is hot tub season. There's no doubt about it. And the warehouse clearance sale is going on right now. I've got to get back into the routine of ending the day in that hot tub. It just makes your muscles feel so much better, relieves stress. I've got the one where we had the speakers put in it so you can Bluetooth your phone. I don't have the TV. They even have one you can put a TV where you can watch things while you're in the tub. They got all sorts of ways to make it easy and convenient, and they all include delivery from Burton Pools and Spas. Prices start at $49.99. They got over 100 in stock right now. Payments as low as $58 a month during the warehouse clearance sale at Burton Pools and Spas. Springdale, Fort Smith, now in Greenland. Check out all their spas online at burtonpools.com.
We got a dark test here from the 479 saying, I don't even know if I want to read that on air.
I don't know if sacrificing your firstborn is what you want to do.
Yeah.
Just don't tell. Oh, they're already here, so just don't tell him or her.
Or qualifying him.
Yeah.
Let's talk to Ryan, who's in Hot Springs this morning. He had some thoughts about our Chief conversation. What's up, Ryan?
Well, I'll go ahead and add to the Texas conversation, too. I think it's just a cultural thing down there. You ought to listen. I mean, all you got to do is listen to them talk about their own state, let alone their football program. Yeah, was it Matt Castle that he was bagging on?
No, Lynn.
That's not that long ago.
I wasn't bagging on anyone. I was just pointing out there's
Our memory wasn't that good. Lynn Dawson back in the 60s.
Yeah, there's a lot of Chiefs fans out there that have no idea about the history of their franchise outside of the last 10 years.
He was making fun of bandwagon fans is what he was doing.
Right. Well, hey, I feel that 100%. So I grew up in a casual NFL home, and the home we supported the Broncos. My dad was a huge LA fan, but as long as they weren't playing the Chiefs, we rooted for the Chiefs. But like I said, we don't take the NFL thing that seriously like we do college. We are a college football home. We'll put that first and foremost.
Yeah.
So, but my uncle though is a big time team jumper. In the early '90s, he was a San Fran whenever they win all the Super Bowls. Then he went to the Steelers, and now he's just recently done 2 years ago jumped on the Chiefs.
Oh, geez, he's the worst.
Yeah, and oh man, he's sitting there trying to tell me about a team that I've been watching longer than him. I'm like, bro, don't even. No, we're not doing that.
See,
go ahead.
Ryan, I've jumped on, and Tommy knows this. I'm a terrible Packers fan. Jordan Love is my fantasy football quarterback. That is my team, my fantasy football team, the Thunder Ducks, and the players that are on my team are my favorite players right now. Fantasy football has not killed NFL fandom; it's lifted it, but it's killed team fandom, I think, or hurt it at least.
I agree. I agree with that 100%. I want to add one thing to you. I don't know if you know this or not. Now, I do got to add a caveat when I say this, but Texas has never beat Vandy, and they've not played since the early like 1908. But how funny would that be if Vandy won Saturday, they would still be undefeated against Texas. I mean, history's still history.
100+ years without a victory. I hope it continues. Let's hear Brian in Ozark thoughts. He's chimed in. What do you think about that streak, Brian? He hadn't beaten these guys since 1908.
I don't care about any streaks. I'll say this. You know, Tommy, I'll take a bet with you that Texas beats Vandy easy.
Well, how brave of
Same
you.
way.
How brave.
What's the line?
My God, are you
You are
what a
stepping
courageous
out
call,
on a
Brian.
ledge, Brian.
Wow.
Hold on, let's look at
Check
the
it
bet.
out. You flat out said Oklahoma would play Texas tough.
Well, you
I
said, hold
said
up.
they would.
You also said that Alabama would, or excuse me, you said that Texas would beat Georgia. So, I mean, stuff we say sometimes doesn't come
right.
true.
Okay. Well, you know what? Texas is not going to have a problem with Vanderbilt.
Well, they probably won't. My question is, what would you give up for it to happen? You know, I didn't say Texas was going to lose to Vandy.
Brian, I want you to go.
I'm sorry,
Hey, do me
I'll
a
let the truth get in the way of your story.
Do me a favor. I want you to go to your mom's bathroom right now, grab some cotton swabs so you can wring out the cobwebs and the earwax out of your ears. Because I think sometimes you just like misquote me, Tommy, Chuck, Bo, Phil, Matt, whoever. If you're going to come in here, at least like tell the truth or ask us what we said. 'Cause Tommy did not say that. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Anyway. So are you saying
She's a
you
little
don't
low
want to
on
bet that game?
cotton swabs. You might want to get her some more.
Do you not want to bet the game? Is that what you're saying?
I'm still trying to find the
No,
line.
because I think Texas will win. Again, you missed the point, Brian. The point is, what would you sacrifice? I don't think Vandy is going to beat Texas, but I would give up a lot.
Vandy's an 18.5-point dog in this game. Brian on the Bet Saracen app, 18.5.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why you're high and mighty. That's like, oh,
yeah.
You want to bet straight up? Do you want to bet him like 180 to 1 or 180 to 10?
Oh, man. Yeah, I'll give you the 18 points. How about that? And bet you.
That's not the point of the conversation. Let's move on, Brian. Brian's letting logic isn't gearing in there. Officer Breeden, save us here. What's up?
All right. You want to know about Texas and why they're so arrogant?
Well, we just heard about it for about the last two minutes or so.
He's boiled it down to one name. Let's hear it.
Darrell Royal. If you don't believe that, read the book called Meat on the Hoof.
Okay. People
right.
forget him and Frank were like
they were
tight. Like good friends.
I ain't arguing that. I'm not going to argue that. Now the second thing is I know it's What's Your Beef Wednesday. So I'll give you my what's the beef. People who bird hunt and carry their shotguns with the muzzle pointed down. You bring the muzzle up, even when you're pointing at the bird, you're going to be pointing at the dog first or the other hunters in the party. That's my beef for today.
I think I would get several.
What do you think about that?
I was gonna say my mind.
Give us your thoughts.
My mind's racing right now. It's like, well,
give us some safety tips and techniques for bird hunting.
I'll
hang up and listen.
Just an example. The last time I went to Stuttgart, Arkansas, with friends that are much more country than myself, I did not have a firearm with me, and for good reason. But I did watch, listen, and adhere to any of the rules that they laid out for me to follow. But I'm not one to lay those out myself. I just take advice rather than give it when it comes to that situation. I wouldn't mind going, but it's just hard with football and basketball season. When does duck hunting start again?
Soon. November's the big month, but I think it's a little earlier this year than what it's been. And there's a different season in Oklahoma versus Arkansas. But as long as it's 88 degrees, it ain't no ducks coming.
I feel bad, to go back to Brian, I feel bad for the people of Ozarks whose city.
First of all, it's Ozark.
Ozark, what did I say? Ozarks? No,
Yeah.
Ozark. Whose city has been tarnished by one man over the course of the last few months. Like, that's a great town. You've got a great
They
mascot.
don't claim him either.
The Hillbillies. Prettiest girl I ever met in Arkansas was from there. And I feel bad for that city as a whole. That I think we need to relabel to take Ozark out of the equation. Brian's got to start just being Texas Brian or Longhorn Brian, because that's not fair to the people of Ozark. It's not.
I tend to agree with you. Hey, it's time to get away and relax. Officer Breeden was on the horn there. He loves going to Gaston's. In fact, when we were at Gaston's, he happened to be there at the same time doing some fishing, and wonderful place to rent one of their private cabins or lodges. You want to get away for an anniversary or a birthday weekend with your sweetie, you can do that. If you want to take the whole family for a holiday getaway this Christmas, you can do that. They're always going to have their wonderful guides available to take you fishing on the White River. They take care of everything. And I hear from so many people, man, I hear you talk about it. Sounds wonderful. I don't know anything about trout fishing. I don't fish at all, or I'm a bass angler. Hey, that's no problem, because even if you've never held a rod and reel in your hand, the guides make it fun. They take care of the kids. They do all the hard work and touch the fish and all that stuff that maybe you don't want to do or your family maybe wouldn't enjoy. But I'm telling you, once you go, and no pun intended, you're going to be hooked, because it is one of the most addictive things, and it is one of the greatest times to spend with your kids is fishing at Gaston's White River Resort. All right, let me help you out. Here's the number, 870-431-5202. 870-431-5202. Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
This is the Morning Rush.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is the Morning Rush.
The nation is going to be talking about Arkansas.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where we are rolling out Rath Auto Relief. Now through midnight on Halloween, get up to $1,500 Rath cash when you purchase any one of our Rath Road Ready vehicles. Use it to pay your sales tax, get extra for your trade, or just take it right off the price. Plus, follow us on Facebook for fun-free giveaways every week. Rath Auto Relief, one more reason all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, Fort Smith.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp. Refreshing. And ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Looking to protect yourself and your family this flu season? Law's Drug Store at 6802 Rogers Avenue offers the latest vaccines for adults and seniors in both COVID-19 and the flu. Law's Drug Store has friendly pharmacists ready to assist you with no appointment necessary. Call 452-6116. It's quick, it's easy, and in most cases, free with your insurance. Law's Drug Store, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Open 6 days a week to care for you and your family.
Patriot Transport wants to thank their drivers for their hard work and dedication. The local and over-the-road drivers are essential to the Patriot Transport mission. Day in and day out, Patriot Transport drivers are on the road striving for safety and success. To the behind-the-scenes dispatch and office employees, Patriot Transport thanks them as well for the hard work they put in day and night. If you want to be a part of the Patriot Transport family, visit patriottransport.com. Patriot Transport is located in Danville, Arkansas.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
See Agent Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson, and we are live at Lily's Sandwich Shop in the Bakery District. Jose, but what we got whipping up today, man?
Man, today's special, we have the French Toast Turkey Melt, kind of a special sandwich. It really didn't put us on the map, but it did put a star by our name.
Daily specials every day at the award-winning Lily's Sandwich Shop. And if you don't believe me, ask Lily.
My name is Lily. My papa makes the best sandwiches at Lily's Sandwich Shop. I'm buying them at the Bakery District today.
Remodeling your bathroom? Don't let your imagination be limited by out-of-the-box shower doors or tub enclosures. Arkansas Glass and Mirror is your local source for all things glass, including plexiglass, mirrors, and shower doors since 1964. Arkansas Glass and Mirror has more selections, better prices, and the experience to help you build the shower of your dreams. They also have the only showroom in the area to help you create those dreams. Professional installation and professional service. Only at Arkansas Glass and Mirror, 1316 South Z Road, Fort Smith, or online at arkansasglassandmirror.com.
It's fall cleanup time at Gray Brothers Equipment. From the large M7 Series cab Kubotas to the L2502, the best-selling compact tractor in Arkansas and Oklahoma. Gray Brothers and Kubota will make your fall cleanup a breeze. With great pricing and interest rates as low as 0% for 84 months, they're making fall cleanup enjoyable again at Gray Brothers Equipment in Fort Smith and Poto, where if you pick orange, you'll never get a lemon. Now through 12/31/2024, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Wake up, hit the dial with Tommy Ty in the mix. Talking all things Razorback from touchdowns to free kicks. Tommy's got the grit, Todd's got the spark. Together they light up the whole day like a firework in the dark. Football, baseball, basketball, they cover it all. SAT, insight, they never let you fall. Turn it up, let the good times roll. Morning rush with Tommy Ty, touching every soul. Football, basketball.
All right, we got our Pearl Hogs update coming up in just a bit. Didn't have time to get to it yesterday, and there are some Hogs that made some impact in the NFL this weekend. Cam Curl, Jake Bates, who got an ovation in the Lions locker room after the game, after a game-winning field goal, defeated the Minnesota Vikings for the first time this season. Plus, you've got guys back in NBA action, 11 players on NBA rosters, double digits. Cal's got 29 of his former players, and Arkansas has got 11. Some guys that I know I'm really excited to see in Jalen and Isaiah for the Oklahoma City Thunder. We'll get into that coming up with Big C in just a second. Take a call as well.
Yeah, it's been a little while since we've told you about our friends at Modular Orange, but they're still there, building great business websites for $95 a month. And if your business is looking for a new solution, new option when it comes to taking care of your website, they'll write, design, launch, host, secure, and help you keep it up to date for $95 a month with no upfront cost. There's no additional fees. It's exactly what we're telling you it is. You can focus on building your business and let our friends at Modular Orange help take care and maintain your website. It's a turnkey solution starting at $95 a month with Matchstick Studios. So Modular Orange is the product, $95 a month, no upfront cost. You'll save money and get a great looking website that performs better than what you're doing right now and get all the headache off your plate. So give them a call and stop in and see, or stop by their website, modularorange.com, for more details. $95 a month with no upfront cost or additional fees with Modular Orange and Matchstick Studios.
Hunter Henry for the touchdown. Anderson a block. Oh,
Jones walked right there. That's a loose ball. Picked up Curl. There's a touchdown for the lead. Bates has delivered. Detroit is on top with 15 seconds left.
Christian, you just need to give up your Cowboys fan and become a Detroit Razorbacks
I'd
fan.
be a lot happier. I like their coach. They want to win. They're hungry to win because they haven't won. So maybe that is the better way to go.
And that was a team, by the way, that went, 0-16 or 17 just 3 or 4 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And Campbell was like crying at the press conference because he was like, this team is trying so hard.
And he's been a part of those teams.
Yes.
So he gets it. Jerry doesn't get it. He doesn't get it.
He doesn't get it.
Maybe Jerry had too much success early. Campbell didn't have
got to his head.
Now, he did have that 1 year. Well, I mean, he didn't have success his initial year, obviously, but, they had a lot of success early on in Jerry Jones' ownership. Anyway, we're diverting off the topic.
It is a beef of Christians.
But you're right about Campbell. He's lived through the hard times to get where they're at, at least now, which is a, franchise high, so to speak.
Best
These
team.
guys never won a Super Bowl with Barry Sanders.
Best team in the NFC North.
Maybe they've one of the greatest running backs ever.
NFC North with the Packers, the Vikings, and the Lions. That is and even the Bears to a certain extent. That's a tough division right now. All right, Big C. Some Razorbacks had some success this weekend.
Yeah, you heard 3 of the 4 players I'm going to mention in that intro there. Jake Bakes, of course, the game-winning field goal against the Vikings, 31-29, and I believe there was some, audio in the post-game locker room.
Where's the right side? Get up here, baby. Get the man his ball. Get the man his ball.
Hey, how about the offense getting us in position, man, with like a minute and a half left, getting down there, man. We trust you guys with
Good
everything.
teammate.
And then field goal line, man, I know that's like the worst job in the world. I really appreciate you guys. And then Hogan and Jack, man.
What a good
He won
teammate.
his stats. He won the game.
Shout out to my holder. Shout out to my snapper. Shout out to the offense. I still sound like I'm in high school, but I have a leg that could kick a 70-yard field goal. And is there anything more locker room than calling someone by your last name? Kraft, Johnston, Richardson, get up here.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just
He
like
won the game.
That's the most football locker room.
At least I don't have tape on your forehead with your name like they do. See the kids out there running around. They got tape on the front of their helmet.
And then Cam Curl, that fumble recovery for a touchdown he had against the Raiders ended up proving pretty huge. They won 20-15. So Cameron Curl got some highlights there. And Cam Little, the Jaguars cruised to a 32-16 win over the Patriots. He did make a field goal. Was not a game winner, but
in London.
Yeah, the Jaguars, I believe, got their second win. So Hunter Henry, though, did have a great day for the Patriots, even though they lost to the Jaguars. He had 8 catches on 9 targets for 92 yards.
And then basketball wise, you've got 11 players. I'm gonna quiz y'all real quick. All right, I'm gonna tell the player. You guys tell me the team they play for. We got 2 of you. Bobby Portis, easy one to start.
The Bucks.
Well, yeah. I mean,
all right. Daniel Gafford,
Mavericks.
Okay, we're 2 for 2.
Well, he was with the Bullets, or not the Bullets. The what's Washington's team? They were the Bullets, the Wizards.
Wizards, yeah. Moses Moody just signed a 3-year, $39 million.
State.
Yeah, Golden State, 3 for 3. Anthony Black,
Magic.
Okay.
Nick Smith,
Hornets.
Okay. Jordan Walsh,
Celtics.
Played last night.
Celtics, yeah.
Yep, 6. Isaiah and Jalen, easy.
Yeah.
Thunder.
Yep. Ricky Council, it's a little harder.
Ooh, Bulls.
Is it the Sixers?
Sixers.
Yeah.
Mason Jones, it's a little. We're getting
Kings.
harder. Yeah, that's right. And then Stanley Mude. It's the hardest one.
Pistons.
He was on the
Oh, okay.
Pistons. He's now on the Milwaukee Bucks with Bobby. So you
Pretty
guys went
good.
10 for 11. Yeah, that's a good job. So again, Jordan played last night. I think he got it in the tail end of the
He
game.
got in
if
about
I'm-
6 minutes. He missed one. He took one shot, missed it, and he got an assist.
It would have. I think that I need to go back and watch that. The Celtics tied the all-time 3-point record in an NBA game, or their 3-point record, one of the two. But a lot of guys on rosters, and that is your Pro Hog update this morning.
Pro Hog Update brought to you by Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72, off of I-49 in Springdale. The best brands, the best prices, always a lifetime warranty on every new RV they sell at Wheels RV. Again, 5 miles west of exit 72. Off of I-49 in Springdale. Since the Hogs are out of town, are you got weddings this weekend? Baby shower, you need a suit. You got to get to Rainwaters today and pick up your Are you just leasing those, or do you actually buy them at Rainwater?
They're investments, man. Investments. I actually texted.
What are you going to do when you hit 30, your 30s, and you gain all this weight?
All right, let's
when the
chill,
metabolism.
Let's chill out on that.
Well, I mean,
bit.
your hairline's receding. The waistline's going to exceed. I mean, are you getting suits that they, with the elastic waist
there is an adjustable band that Gail can get in there that I've already had to stop by. They had to restrict it and tighten it. Because I did lose some weight, but I'm going to go the other way at some point. If you haven't stopped by, I was actually texting Gail yesterday and asking about just up there focusing on November. I know that you've got formals coming up for your kiddos. I'm not talking about yous, but your kids, grandkids. They have formals coming up. And maybe you don't want to buy a suit. Maybe you just want to lease one like Tommy.
Especially for a kid that's going to grow another 5 inches. I mean, yeah, I get that.
Then Rainwaters is the perfect place to stop. In Fort Smith on Rogers Avenue. Rainwater-s.com is the website if you want to come see Gail. Gail has always helped me out when it comes to my disastrous old look. Now he's helped me with the clean new look. 9700 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. Make sure you tell him Ty told you to come by and see him. Rainwater's men's clothing and tuxedo rental. Because it's fun to look good. This weekend, Tommy, got the Kansas game on Friday night, which I plan on attending, and watching the game on Saturday and listening to Chuck and Quinn and Gino.
Yeah, we got an early start Saturday morning. 6 a.m. with game.
6 a.m. early. So that's kind of and I'm doing the pre and post game. That's pretty much my weekend.
You want to trade? I'll do all that, and you can go to New Orleans with my family.
Are you ready to
It's not bad.
I'm looking forward
Bart's
to
on
New
one
Orleans.
side, you're on the other.
Well, I'm not. I mean, the show itself, no. I mean, I'm looking forward to watching my wife and my children have, a lot of joy.
Is this your first time seeing her?
Taylor Swift? Yeah.
I didn't know if
I don't think anyone. My oldest daughter may have seen her once, but no one else in my family has seen her.
Okay. Is Dylan being forced to go against
No,
his
he is
will?
not going. He's staying here with
There's
my
no
son-in-law.
there's no one happier on this planet than Dylan Kraft not being forced to go.
Right. Exactly right. I'm gonna swing by Richards today and get them some
There you
fillets
go.
to grill up this weekend. Maybe they'll save me
Give
one.
Dylan a whack on the grill.
Yeah. Watch Your Beef Wednesday, brought to you by Richards Country Meat Market. They are 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive. Call them at 479-443-0000 for Richards Country Meat Market.
Halftime, Phil Elson, Matt Jones coming up next 3 hours.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood, privacy fence, vinyl.